Okay, live. Look, 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 look. Yep. Still going. I think we're live. Hello, everybody. I'm going to assume we're live on YouTube. So, live from Trenton, New Jersey, it's the Ignorance is No Excuse podcast with Jim Miller.
Yeah, hey, I haven't lost anything yet today. Good start. I'm in.
You haven't lost your mind yet, but I have. And anybody else waiting for home grow has lost their mind as well. So yeah, I understand you people out there are waiting for home grow and you have lost your mind. And I'm with you.
These aren't working.
Okay.
Or could I have been more professional and given hand signs and nobody would know? I mean, how's that work?
Still nothing, huh?
I don't know. I hear my voice say,
What do you think? Do you hear it now? You don't hear it? Oh,
No,
we should have
no,
tested
no.
that before.
I don't need to hear
Where are
it.
those headphones?
I mean, I can hear it.
That's one ear. That's only one ear in that headphone, just so you know. But you might get your.
Oh no, that's disconcerting.
I know it is. Oh my.
Oh
How
no,
about now?
no, I
No.
can't do that. Yeah, odd thing. I was going to bring my own headphones today because I got a good set.
It's like
But
great,
lose things.
great start to the show. I love it. Point and laugh. Point and laugh. All right. So how's it going there with that? Nothing, huh?
No,
Oh, you know what?
oh man. Oh, that is funny.
Is that better?
Yeah, my volume's pretty loud and stuff. Yeah,
How about now?
it's pretty loud.
How about now?
It's pretty loud.
How about now?
Yeah. You're just talking softer.
How about... Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor. Well, that's what you get.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Let's just smoke weed and talk about home grow. Talk about medical cannabis patients not having access to dispensaries in New Jersey and not having home grow and going to jail for 5 years for one plant. And where do we start? I don't even know where we start.
Well, we start with the beginning of what the problem is, because if there was no problems, we wouldn't be here. I mean, right? We're here for a purpose. And the purpose to keep people up abreast of what's going on, have a conduit to people inside as they walk, by sometimes. It's also has a normalizing effect. There are people that have walked by a podcast here by us over 12 or 13. Yeah, I think it's the 13th year. I'm pretty sure last year was a dozen. They walk, sometimes. The guy sounds like me.
Working. The podcast is working. I just did QC. You know what QC is? I just did QC.
Going to make up a really rude.
I just did quality control, and our podcast is working.
Okay.
Very happy.
Man, I just slapped three things that were funny right out of my head before they had a chance of reaching. Yeah.
QC. What could QC mean?
QC. Okay.
Yeah. Go up. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Quality cannabis.
I suppose if you're in the biz, you talk like that, but I'm not. And as we talk about acronyms, I can't say CMMNJ.
No, it's CMMMMMMMM.
I boiled it down. Try saying MMN 3 times. I can't say it much fast. MMN, but you can't say it 3 times. Go ahead.
It's medical marijuana magic mushrooms. So
Yeah.
it's nah. Nah.
No, you're sounding like a Domino's commercial. Domino's. Whatever. You know why they do that, by the way? They're jealous because McDonald's was called Mickey D's for a long time. And they want to be Doms. They don't want to be Domino's, they want to be Doms. But they got to do that for like 5 years to at all indoctrinate people. That's why they're not making money.
Oh, so maybe I should share the YouTube link with people so they have the YouTube link. Might be nice. Let's see.
Well, there you go. But if, okay, yeah.
Share.
But if they're watching you on YouTube already, they'd already know.
All right, here's the link on Facebook. If you want to watch it on Facebook, go to my timeline. Here's the link, and you can go to YouTube.
And when you say go to your timeline, what does that mean?
Go to Facebook and go to Lefty Grimes page or Edward Grimes page, and you'll see my.
So both Lefty and Edward have a page.
It's actually Edward Grimes. It's not Lefty. They took Lefty away years ago. They said, you can no longer be Lefty.
Yeah, I remember when Phil Murphy said to you, hey, I'm Lefty too, when you were introduced with Jeff Oakes at that meeting.
He didn't impress me when he said that, though.
No.
He would impress me.
To be fair, when did he impress you?
Never.
Well, then, come on. It's like saying
Hello.
you don't like the smell of gas.
We need home grow.
We need a hearing.
Yes.
We need a hearing. An informational hearing after it's been actually 5.5 years, started by Senate President Sweeney. Yeah, it's the Sweeney-Scutari blockade.
The blockade of Sweeney-Scutari.
Democrats have a right for not taking on Sweeney because it's like national politics. Republicans already know what their president is going to think of what they do, and there will be retribution. Same thing's going on here. Scutari has senators scared. Wow, that's why you get a top. And that's why I got my shit on the other table now. Yeah. So, it's a matter of, I figured it out after all these years. And I figure I cost us a couple of years by not thinking about this sooner. Not up to us. It's up to, I have a lot of Republican friends and we get along fine because we talk about common ground. And I love that because pretty much as many Republicans who are medical cannabis patients are Democrat and Republican. It shouldn't be a Democrat and Republican issue. No healthcare issue should be. But when you have a problem like one guy can keep a Senate president can keep a bill from being posted for hearing, which means his Senate colleagues don't have access to their most credible, pertinent sorts of information on this or any bill. Wow, talking while I smoke.
The problem is when they have an informational hearing, that's usually the one step before the bill gets passed.
Well, but
so they don't want the bill to get passed.
Well, no, if he didn't want the bill to get passed, he could allow fairness. See, you can't ask us when a senator says he doesn't have an opinion of the bill, that's a good senator. If he hasn't, and even when you read through it, you still don't know. It's just a bill. It's the hearing. People don't understand that it's not a walkover. There's about as many people, maybe not now, but it used to be always, that are against it as are for it. So they'd have their say. But then this is in Joe Vitelli's committee, the health committee. And one thing he is very good at is keeping things on track of what we're talking about, and he will challenge where people reference something. He wants to know where it came from. He didn't want something. Well, somebody told me I saw it on the internet. He wants to know. So that's what you get at a committee hearing. Now, Senator Scutari doesn't want to let the bill be heard because he knows that we get out of committee with maybe one negative vote, maybe two, tops. It has 3 Republican co-sponsors. I don't know if any are on the committee. I don't think so. But, co-sponsors' responsibility is they co-sponsor a bill saying, I'm going to vote for this bill if it gets brought up for a vote. That's what it means. Doesn't mean they're going to help it come up, apparently. And while there are Democrats that would, if they co-sponsor the bill now, after this time, they're watching out for their careers. And Senator Scutari is exactly the kind of person that if you cross him on this one, and he doesn't have to tell you, but if you do something like that, and somebody retires or whatever, and a position comes up in a committee you've always wanted, what are your chances of getting it? Because he assigns the committee seats. He's going to assign it to his friends. It sounds like national politics in Washington. It follows it very closely. And I've already taken crap from people. Anyway, yeah, for associating the styles. And I'm not saying that Nick Scutari is like Donald Trump. He's not, except in his style of running something without really regard for other senators understanding what it's about. So we've backed up beyond, we've backed all the way up to the simplest question. And now we've found a way to actually get behind the starting line. And, well, basically, we're just asking people to ask Senator Scutari why he's doing this, not to argue with him. Ask him why, make him explain why, because patients deserve to know what broke so they know how to fix it.
You need someone like Steve Way coming up to him. Give Steve Way the answer.
Yeah.
Tell him why he has to suffer with that homegrown. Tell Steve Way why he has to go to jail for 5 years for one plant.
For all those of you who aren't familiar with Steve Way, and many people wouldn't be, but Steve Way became well known by anybody who liked that. I don't know, was it HBO or something? Rami. Rami. Rami.
Yes.
About he grew up, Steve Way, with Rami Youssef, who's a comedian. He does a great Mandami. He really does. They tell you, do a smile, doesn't matter what you say. But they were as critically acclaimed, and Steve Way went to the Golden Globes, sat at a table waiting, and it was the best. The show itself won the award. So now he's reappeared in a show called Furious.
Yes.
That's on Hulu. They've shown the first 3, maybe 4 of 8 episodes. I've seen a take of the movie that, man, it's, you know anything about it?
No.
Well, let's give Steven and a plug. So Furious, that's what I said it was, right? Because I'm pretty sure I was right the first time.
I'll have to fact check you. Hold on.
No, it's the #1 show on Hulu right now. It's right up there. It's Rotten Tomatoes, where 98% on the good side. I mean, I'm a little confused about that, but it has one of their highest ratings. It's kind of a thriller, a psychological thriller. It's not like Silence of the Lambs, but it is, premise somebody, as I understand it, on the trail of a serial killer.
Yes, Furious.
Okay, so picture this. Steve Way plays, I'm not sure if it's the husband or somebody that lives with, if they're, exactly what their relationship is, except for it's like being together, and which probably makes it more interesting if I had more on it. But knowing Steve, this was a scene where he had come in to the police station for interrogation because it turns out his woman was who they're after. It's her. So I didn't get that at first, how that could be being in a good show, but it's because of Steve. So he's being interviewed. Okay, I'll tell you. Oh, okay. Yeah, get a pen. And the guy's sitting across from him. He gets a pen. And he goes, I did it. Now, I didn't even know what it's about, but it became kind of clear. And the guy looks up at him. I did it. And then something to the effect, well, how did you do it?
Well, Steve can't move his arms.
Right.
He has a wheelchair. He can't move his arms.
No, yeah.
It's impossible for him to do anything like that.
Yes, this is good. Yeah, help me out because, I'm not good at creating an image sometimes. So the guy, you see it from like in between them back and forth. And, how'd you do it? And he goes, well, I held it up, and I'm apparently it might have been like a refrigerator. I could be wrong, but he's saying I held it up like this, and then he's no, wait a minute, like this, you know, and then the guy, like, they show that he's writing, I don't care, I don't give a damn, or whatever, you know. They show that, and then Steve stops and he presents him that like, ha. And Steve goes, I could leave. You know, he said something about stop fooling around. I could, you know, and it was the look on his face, and you'll recognize it. It was genuine. And in the show, if I got this right, you know what? Anybody that would be hearing this right now should be checking it out at least. So I'm doing my job.
I want to check it
I'm
out.
doing my job. But the person that cares for him is in the show. So they do dialogue together. Can you imagine how powerful that? I mean, you can imagine.
Real.
And he also said something I really liked in the interview. Good Morning America. That he says to the, I guess it would be the director, let me try this, just one shot, one take. That's all, you know. And he tries it his way, and as he tells it, more often than not, he's right. And that he is the comic relief valve in that show. So that's what I think is great about any show. I'm real excited about seeing it. I'm gonna wait till I can binge watch it though.
Yeah. I don't want cliffhangers. I can't deal with the cliffhangers.
Me neither. Cliffhangers, time to use the bathroom real quick and get back.
Yeah, just let me pee and come back and watch the rest of it.
So congrats, Steve, and that he's been here in at the annex a while back. I think it was like a hands off my Medicare thing. I'm not sure why. I came here to say I got here later, and I think he was just leaving or had just left when I got here.
He was speaking at the
Yeah, and you know me, I'm late. Sorry, Steve, but it's I already know how it goes, you know, because he's one of the most engaging people I've ever, when I say talked with, that he's been on your podcast twice. And you know, it's never fails to impress.
No.
And you know, it's nice. It's, I don't know. I hope it doesn't sound wrong, but I don't feel sorry for him. It's like I'm envious.
He doesn't feel sorry for himself.
No,
that's the thing. He rose above
in that respect, everything I wish I was, and I know I'll never be.
No, he's way stronger than
but
anyone.
That's kind of like, oh, that's at the meat of everything. And so anyway, I'm real proud to have crossed paths with him.
He has a lot of issues when he does comedy shows or any kind of thing because
he's a comedian. Yes,
the stages have no wheelchair access, so he's in his wheelchair. He can't get on the stage to perform because there's no wheelchair access to the stage, and that's happened to him many times. And
let's do the access part of the podcast here for a little bit. You know, we'll get back to the bill and all that, but he also then posted, I think it was the same day that he took public transportation, the bus, you know, and what happened was what gets him in and out of the bus wasn't working if something was open.
They're never working.
Yeah.
They don't maintain that shit.
But they had to have everybody get off except Steve because he couldn't get off.
That's right.
They had to have the fire department come and help.
Good.
Now, okay, but this is how he nails it. He goes, the first time that happened, I hope I'm getting it right. The first time that happened, that's 15, like 20 years ago. And he goes, and I'm waiting for like, oh, you know, and then he's like, and it's been happening ever since. And, you know, okay, get the fire. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. You don't get fined if somebody doesn't say the F, you know, effing.
I need Barini's F word. I need to get the Barini F word on this sampler.
Well, you know, I believe, and I could be wrong, but in other countries and perhaps in that awful neighbor to the north, Canada, I say that obviously sarcastically. Yeah, it's, if a word makes me think the word that I'm not supposed to hear, but I think it. Does that really make any sense at all? It's how you say it. Anyway, we digress. So we do have a couple things to talk about, and anybody that ever would listen to anything we do knows, yeah, we kind of do the weave, but we finish most of what we start. Yeah, it turns out that I'm quite sure that the best path to having, now when I say having this bill posted for a hearing, you do know that our Senate president, when he gets that far and he knows he has to let go of the rope, he's not going to make it either or uh, in the way we would like. What he's going to say is, well, what I'd rather do, and we've been talking about this, have a very strictly controlled pilot program, where only the sickest and the most hurt. I'm pretty much quoting him because I've watched the video many times in it, and
Well, you said Scutari. I gotta take a Scutari.
that was an atomic guitar. Holy crap.
Whenever you mention his name, that's what we're gonna play now. That's our new sample for him.
Yeah, what was that? Oh, is that you? I I get the headphones. I'm thinking something's going on in this canyon here. Okay, okay. No, 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 no.
Don't say that name. You say that name, that's what happens. You conjure the.
He's going to try. Well, but you do know this, that that's what he's going to try to pivot to. So we need to start cutting them down on that from the beginning.
Who?
I didn't say, did I not? No, it's the name. I do get to say our Senate president. No, we got to have rules. That's been me my whole life saying we need rules. Oh wait, that's not me. That was somebody else.
We need more rules. Did you say that really?
I know. I heard it. I kind of looked around for what the hell was that? It sounded like my voice.
You know what we need in this world? More rules.
Well, I'm talking about like if you're going to run that, because you're not just running that sound for anybody who might be watching this. This echoes.
It does.
We got a canyon here. You
Sorry.
don't want to hear a fire engine coming down. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be, I mean, you don't get hit, but you might pop an eardrum. Yeah, we are going to be doing something though different this year because there has been movement. You can kind of feel it, and it can't last forever. It's been over 4.5 years that our Senate president has not allowed the chairman of the Senate Health Committee, Senator Joe Vitelli, hasn't allowed him to post this modest medical cannabis home grow bill where you could grow 4 adult plants and have 4 immature plants, mature and immature.
So
plants.
8.
Yeah, 8,
Okay.
8 plants pretty
8.
much, 4 going at a time. And that's really the minimum. If you said what the mean amount was, it would be a little above that of the states that allow this, which, by the way, is there's 24 states that have 24. It's a lot. But that's artificial intelligence. Maybe it's right most of the time. She looked up how many, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 24. Oh, but 20, if they're going to allow adults to possess and use and the exchange up to an ounce of marijuana between adults without, one, you're allowed to do all that. But in other states, they also allow their patients who are medical cannabis patients grow some of their own because, well, here in New Jersey, we have some pretty good examples of people not being able to afford it. And when it becomes a difference of being in pain management where you need to use opiates or not, yes, we have a real live example. And it's going to open the door to hopefully one of the 3 Republican co-sponsors. Now, when the minority leader in the Senate, when you got 15 Republicans, and I believe it's 15 and 25 still Democrats, the minority leader is a co-sponsor of the bill that's not being heard for 5 years now. So for 5 years, co-sponsorship is a declaration that I will vote for this bill if it comes up for a vote before me. That's what that means. That's a gauge to know, how a bill's doing. Now, when you have 3 Democrats and 3 Republicans and 6 Democrats as co-sponsors on a bill that has the word cannabis in it, that's bipartisan. But extra points for one of the 3 Republicans being the minority leader. Now our minority leader, the majority leader is the one that's not allowing to be heard. The minority leader is a co-sponsor. I see a match. But an advocate who never ceases to impress me by simply doing what the easiest things. He picks up the phone and calls and asks, and it apparently never hurts and doesn't cost money, as I understand it. But anyway, among all the other things he's done in the last couple of weeks that are that simple, is he called Senator Bucco's office. He wasn't. I don't know if he left a message, but he got a call back. No, he called and got a call back. So he had then a voice message. That's it. And which would mean calling and leaving a message is a good thing. He did that, but the call back explained that it's not Senator Bucco's not job, it's not his function, legislative function to do that, which was to ask the request is to ask your Senate president to allow the bill to be posted. Just ask him to allow it to be posted. Not an official thing.
Just a question.
Yeah, it's an email. And it could be like, you could even call him your honorable colleague, because it's hard to do that, I imagine, in person without laughing, but you can do that in an email. Call him your honorable colleague. Nope, not the function. And I got to thinking, no, it is the function of the minority leader to lead. I mean, I would think that's why they call him a minority leader. And when his colleagues in the Senate are being prevented access to their best credible, pertinent source of information, which is an informational hearing, we hear both the perceived benefits and the perceived risks from people who are credible, not just how they use it. It's professionals come, and law enforcement comes, and people, rehabilitation conglomerates explain how this would be a bad thing, and all that. But that's when senators have what's by definition called a well-founded opinion. Right now, and when I say ignorant, means you are not aware of certain things. You're ignorant of those facts. And they're being kept ignorant by Senator Scutari because he doesn't want them to be well informed, because if everybody was, then it'd be like, well, we need to have this bill voted on and it would get referred out of committee easily. So he knows this, but he could also then stop it by not allowing it to be voted. That's also what a Senate president can do. So if he didn't want it to become law, he should at least let them hear it and then not let it be voted on. But obviously that would start pissing people off. It'd be too obvious, So he does sort of like a run and hide thing. And but he does, I think he does cause concern for Democrat senators, because it's not to have to work together. That if you're a senator and you want to get a bill heard, you don't want to piss him off, or if you write a bill, it doesn't get heard either. I don't know how that works. The one thing I am sure about is how much I don't know what goes on. But you got to respect what doesn't go on when people we need, like Gopal and Singleton, as an example. We can't expect things of them where we don't know the game that they have to play to do anything that they have to do. So you have to trust your allies, especially, and even that has its pitfalls, and I won't be more specific about that. But it's Democrats. They've been in the minority party for 24 years now. 24 years, minority party in the Senate and in the lower chamber in New Jersey.
The Democrats.
Yeah, Democrats have been the majority the whole time. But this is also a state that elected Chris Christie twice.
Christie Todd Whitman.
Twice, even though she left early. So, that is like 12, 14, 15 years. We've had why is it? It's because there's no leadership in the minority.
Hey guys, was Christie really a Republican? No.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, he's more not old school Republican. Anyway,
He was more deep state.
I did something. I'm thinking, what would Lefty do? And I thought, well, wait, maybe whatever he does, I could do better. So what we have here is I thought, well, if I'm going to try to make it a Republican problem, where would I begin? Why wouldn't I begin with the Republican, the New Jersey State Republican? What do they call the committee or something? I don't know. It comes right up. Anyway, they're in Trenton, and I guess we have time. I'm going to read to you.
Okay.
I'll try to have something in it. So
it's story time, boys and girls.
Yeah.
With Jim Miller.
Which is also this thing. So I what I did is I emailed them. Now they have an email, but you can't just do it from your own thing. You got to fill it out, and therefore you can't prove what you sent and stuff. If you follow me, it's a thing. But to their credit, they don't allow a certain amount of characters or whatever, because I'd already had a regular, and that's not real long. But this is what they got. It has like a title, as you can see. It's a little more bold-faced and italicized. It just starts by a picture of you, the Republican, whatever, and you have an email, and you get this. A main function of the minority party leadership in New Jersey is to act as a check and balance on the majority party leadership. Oh, now we go back to regular looking. Governor Sherrill, see, now I'm going Governor Sherrill, of course, and this is going to the minority party. So you got to hear it, how they would hear it. Well, Governor Sherrill, bitch, they don't want to bitch about her. Well, I can help them. Anyway, so basically, I'm saying I'm what do you call it? Scolding them in the first sentence. Governor Sherrill and all co-sponsors of medical cannabis homegrown bill S 1758, other than Senator Vitelli, have not yet bothered to ask Senate President Scutari to end his 4.5-year refusal to let medical cannabis homegrown bill 1758 be posted for an informational hearing. So, the Republicans reading this going, what the hell is he telling us this for? Well, I'll explain it now. I lead them on a path. I do it on purpose. Senator Scutari, again, another Democrat. What the hell? Does he know who we are? Oh, no. But okay, but when I read it, you can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That one I deserve. I'll give you that. Anyway, then I follow. Senator Scutari has regularly refused 1758 primary sponsors Senator Singleton and Gobal's requests to allow Senate Health Committee Chairman Joe Vitelli, who is a co-sponsor as well, post 1758 for an informational hearing. While Democratic co-sponsors have a legitimate cowardly reason for staying on the sidelines, Republican co-sponsors do not. No, man, that ruins it. Don't do that. Would you start?
I'm going to do it at the end. Start it over. Can we start the whole thing again? Hold on. Here's Jim Miller with wait.
Yes,
it's story time with Jim Miller. Hold on. Get into character.
It's Miller time. It's the Miller Minute with Jim. It's Jim Miller time.
Well, isn't that nice? Well, today's story is how the Republican minority party in the legislature in New Jersey has been the Republican Party in the minority for so long that they don't know what it's like not to be, and they have forgotten something. So the story is, let me dump this in the Republican Party, New Jersey's Republican Committee, whatever, and let them know we're coming, that they do have a function, and we need to join hands and get to the promised land on this one. So this is what they read, and this is, you're going to like the ending. A main function of the minority party leadership in New Jersey is to act as a check and balance on the majority party leadership. Governor Sherrill and all co-sponsors of medical cannabis home grow bill S 1758, other than Senator Vitelli, have not yet bothered to ask Senate President Scutari to end his 4.5-year refusal to let medical cannabis home grow bill 1758 be posted for an informational hearing. Our Senate President has, I didn't say his name. Sorry, I pointed to it.
Sorry, it snuck out.
Our Senate President has regularly refused 1758 primary sponsor, Senator Singleton and Gopal's requests to allow Senate Health Committee Chairman Joe Vitelli, who was a co-sponsor as well, post 1758 for an informational hearing. That's it. Just let him post it. 4.5 years. No. While Democratic co-sponsors have a legitimate cowardly reason for standing on the sidelines, Republicans do not. Asking our Senate President to allow 1758 to be posted for hearing is not 1758 co-sponsor Leader Bucco's duty. See, leader of the minority party is a co-sponsor of this bill.
How about that?
But Leader Bucco does have the thing is, he doesn't, it's not his duty. Asking Senate President Scutari to allow 1758 to be posted for a hearing is not 1758 co-sponsor Leader Bucco's duty. I agree. That's what his office told Jeff King. But Leader Bucco does have an obligation to ask his Senate President, why are you keeping credible, pertinent information that would be revealed in an informational committee hearing of 1758 from your Senate colleagues? That's the question. Why are you keeping that information from your Senate colleagues? That's the purpose of the hearing. The main function of the minority party leadership in New Jersey is to act as a check and balance on a majority party leadership. Co-sponsors Bucco, Singer, and O'Scanlan. I would appreciate you officially passing that on to them by email with a CC to me as well. I'm just messing with them now. Mm-hmm. They are failing the New Jersey Republican Party at the moment and going unchecked about it by the New Jersey State Republican Party. That's it there, I mean, that I would always circle if I had to pick out what's the point I want to make to them. They're supposed to be checking the government. Do they agree that this bill shouldn't be heard? I mean, that's backing up another step, but we need to start getting answers to the easy things to get to the, whatever his next move would be. So anyway, what I needed to do, and this has worked in the past, I said, please Google search Jim and Cheryl Miller medical marijuana, New Jersey, to see that this is not going away. It is just beginning, and I'm giving you the chance to get out in front of it. As co-founder of the 501c Coalition for Medical Marijuana, New Jersey, and current president of 501c3 Sativa Cross, I will appreciate a reply. If you get a call from the Sativa Cross Monthly Statehouse podcast tomorrow between 11 and 2, that'll be me. Or could you stop by in person? Thank you for your attention to that matter. I'm just messing with it,
Let's call him. I want to test out my phones anyway. I just saw lightning.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
well, we're safe. We're under the biggest tree in Trenton.
We're under a tree with electric everywhere and a metal frame.
No.
Yeah, we're good. We'll smoke weed about it.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
Now, I'm gonna call him, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call him and tell him, yeah, I was gonna call you on the show, but I don't want a knee-jerk reaction. I want you to hear it like just us, and then we'll put you on blast, But they're in Trenton, and I think it's a Republican responsibility to watch out for their leader when he's not leading. Can you imagine that, being in the minority party for almost a quarter century? I mean, that makes no sense to not take a shot when you have a chance. And he's a co-sponsor. It's sort of the next ask of him, obviously, then of everybody is, okay, it's not your job to do it. You co-sponsor. All you're saying is that you'll vote for this bill if it comes up for a vote before you. That's your responsibility. That's true. But, sometimes you got to do more than what's your responsibility. If the sum total of what you do is all what's your responsibility, I can't imagine you're very good at what you do. It's too narrow of a focus. I mean, sometimes something should come up and just sort of like grab your attention. And I think this is it. It's about information. It's not about whether or not you think cannabis is good for medicine. It's not about what you think about anything except information being kept from senators about a health care bill by one man, their Senate president. It's who would appreciate that? So, that's just too much like it's being played in Washington right now. And I'm comfortable with seeing the same thing play out here under a Democratic state, the Senate president. Well, here's the rain.
You mean Democratic Senate President Scutari?
So what is that, a chainsaw?
Wow. The echo at the end.
Do you know if they were in session, they'd ask you to stop? Yeah, well, you were here before, uh, Jeff. I forget names and all. Yeah, he was here. This is when we were speaking through a speaker. First it was a little bullhorn. We didn't before we had podcasting ability. We were doing this. Anyway, he held it up, and somebody was talking, and we got told not to do that.
Yes. What the hell are we doing?
Well, the thing is,
It was loud. It was very loud.
it was loud, but I give them that. They're doing business, and it's sort of like that's the way they operate. I don't want to be like them. I want to be right up front at the front door. Thing is, you can only be at the front door knocking for so long before you got to take it another step. Well, in the last 35 years, I've been known to go that extra 160 miles. That would be Washington from operating in Tom's River. That is pretty hard rain. We're pretty lucky this isn't accompanied, at least yet. Oh, did the wind pick up when I said that? It felt like it. Yeah, sometimes weather like this involves literally holding down the fort or the tent top. Yeah, we got this sign behind here. We got to cut it loose like a sail. We got Rat's hard, man. He's holding up, but he might take a walk soon. I'm going to try to move the camera for a second. Maybe I can do that without getting wet.
Oh, all right. It's pouring here. It is literally pouring here at the State House. Let me go get the camera in. This is bad. Wow. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Uh-oh. Whoa. This is crazy. Uh, this is a torrential downpour. I don't know if this is a good idea to be out here anymore. Whoa. Yeah, this is really bad. Like equipment is getting soaked. I covered some of it with plastic. We have electrical stuff here. Oh, where my raincoat is. I brought raincoats. I don't know if they're in the trunk or what. What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. We're on air. We're on the air. Still, barely. This is the most I've seen it rain in years. I think we've been out here one time like this. I'm afraid to put my headphones on because we're gonna get electrical shocked. Oh, my mixing board's getting wet. Oh my goodness. Thither, thither. All right. This is really insane. There is getting soaked. Uh, You're off and down. You smile in my face, like a clown with a fool. So just step back.
down strap. I thought you was my beat, but you play me out. You know what? Hell, and it's full of doubt. Who you want to roll with? Who you want to roll with? Lefty. Let's go. Who you want to roll with? Who you want to roll with? Lefty.
They have one.
Let's go. On the scene, it's time to get mean. I'm a mean revolution machine. What people say, they this way. But today is as good as any day. Y'all feel slightly this. Let's present
Not true.
ways to end them up like this.
We're safe under the chestnut tree. All right, is that what you're telling me?
Isn't that the safe place? Oh, no, 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 no. No, no.
I tell you, don't go under trees. Well, what a way to go, though. I tell you what.
We could just stand right over there, under there. What's he safer? If we got struck by lightning, would that help get the bill heard?
I think that would be it. That would get us over, get us the notoriety and the attention we needed.
Yeah, I need that now. If it meant getting it all the way to being done.
Yeah.
I'm good. I forget what movie it was, but somebody said, you must mistake me for somebody that's got something worth living for.
Yeah.
I forget what it was when somebody was threatened with something.
I watched the weather report change from sunny to torrential downpour and to
Yeah, why don't they just say, I don't know?
just say you don't know.
You know,
What the hell? Look at the flash flood that's going on down the street here.
yeah.
Oh my. We got lightning, thunder, torrential downpour, wind. Wow. I think we're stuck here for a while.
This is absurd, isn't it? I mean, we've been rained on before, but
Um,
you ought to see the size of this chestnut tree too. I mean, it's like really, really big. Drops one on your head, you'll know it.
you feel it. You definitely feel it.
Well, guess we told them today. It's kind of hard to have a straight out conversation after that, though, you know. We're getting overtime. Yep, triple time. What's 3 times 0? Well, that's us. Oh yeah. I picked up that bag. I forget what I did with it though. I hope I put it in my pocket. You know, the one you have here?
Yeah.
Yeah, blue.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
but, no, but I got it. Oh, I forgot. I hope I put it in my pocket. I was confused. I'm old. Come on. I add old to being confused. Like that makes a difference. But... Oh, yeah. Right when I stood up. I mean, what the hell?
I felt the shock in my finger.
What's that?
I felt it when that went off.
That was like,
I felt something.
oh, but if a branch falls off this oak tree. Oh, no, I'm just saying it was like. I wish I could take this more serious.
Wow.
I really do.
I would like to show you
I'm
something.
just worried about that little bag. I think I put it on. It's on the seat in the car. Maybe it's
Okay.
pouring. It only got one side wet though, and it was coming more from the front than the side. So.
Bongholio got charged with disorderly persons for his bong at the Cranford meeting.
Oh yeah, I got an umbrella. Didn't bring that back.
So I don't know if you saw the testimony, but I actually was making testimony about home grow when Bongholio lit up his bong. Let's see. I wonder if I could share this.
Kind of a station break. I gotta tell you, I put this lecture with a violation of fire code. I take my wheelchair. So right now, I'm speaking as a fire hazard. Speaking for all disabled people right now, disabled vets, people with cancer, that can't speak at a lecture right now because there's no way that I can get a building to go to fire. And before I was here for that, there was no speaker here. So now I'm told to move the lecture, get out of the way. So somebody has carried disabled people out of this building to get to fire. So good job for 85. We don't put the risk.
Good job, man.
I thought we gave folks. Yeah. Nothing show. Hope you can hear me. Seeing people have been reaching out to you. We have no wheelchair access to dispensary. The biggest thing is still the fact of sit down in the same people. It doesn't give us a country. That's what you were doing. I've got nothing that I'm saying people missing. Nothing. They have experience that's to loophole. If you have an older building, so the older buildings won't be very common. So they're okay. All you have to do is not even say that. But I want to go under the government, you know, have to take a picture of all up in the day, but that's that. We don't want to have no so that's time. So my first one I'm writing, that go again, fixing that's for 1 year. The 1 year, also
Punished.
I'll get police departments with no wheelchair access. I'm not really concerned about it. I know it's not police department access. I don't know the police department around, but it look good, I'll go there. You know, that bad boy, there's so much of them. Then you got post office, they put out to that, that's a good deal. But you know, I see everything people state. It's just not that. You have urban enterprise zones where you get tax breaks in these urban enterprise zones, like 3.6%. But if you're in a wheelchair, tax rate is massively increased. Sorry to interrupt.
You got.
I thought you really want to discuss, but sorry to interrupt. Take it into the tax rate, take it into the vote, you take it into the police station, take it into the country, get it into the post office.
Man, you're on fire.
Before the office all the time.
Oh.
Just stop.
I'm holding us back here. Watch this. Good count.
The black and brown is for being left all over the state for growing something that's constitutionally legal for big businesses next week ago, but not us.
Cue the bong. He's smoking.
So that's a Cherry Crow. The new Cherry Crow is Cherry Crow. Cherry Crow is the new Cherry Crow.
Bong Holio in the back. Best thing ever.
The one plan. When you put lights on, what's the base that you want to say? You should have that. I'm not going to say what's the answer.
Woohoo!
There's a big bong back there. He's on fire. He didn't know he was in the shot either. It was just perfect timing.
He knows he's in the shot. He knows he's in the shot. Good point. Hearings. You got hearings.
Oh yeah, I was rolling a blunt the whole time.
Is he smoking yet?
He's been smoking.
Yeah. That's a perfectly framed.
It is. They shut the meeting down.
Well, yeah, but they had no choice.
And he was charged with disorderly persons and something with a meeting, disrupting a meeting.
Well, if that's actually smoke in there though,
No, it's vapor.
vapor.
Well, hold on. But it's left. Front of it. Sorry.
So I hope you could see that. I don't know if you saw that, but that was Cranford.
So I'm gonna go back and
Oh.
check on the other, but there.
And I also had a meeting with the mayor of Bayonne, Mayor Sharon. And we talked about accessibility issues and all the stuff that we've talked about in the past. And she's very interested. And hopefully she'll come to a Lions Club meeting. She'll join the Lions Club and really hear from disabled people. Come to a Lions Club meeting, Mayor Cheryl.
Yep.
Mayor Sharon.
There, I'll be right back.
I guess I'll roll a blunt, but I don't have a blunt. I have to roll a bone. Okay. Well. So yeah, it was an interesting meeting with the mayor. She's been helpful in the past. When she was council president, she used to talk to me. And she actually called me one time to tell me some stuff that I should know about. And she's always been very, informative and helpful. So, oh, there's a lot of water. I'm seeing a bunch of, oh my, there's a bunch of water here. Watch this. Hey, I got a lot of wet wires here. That's for sure. Wow. I'm soaked. I'm literally soaked just walking to my truck. Wow. Wow. Well, Scutari lived through it. I mean, he's still here. He's still. Yeah, there you go. Senator Scutari. Shitari. Did we lose a sign? No, we didn't even lose a sign. Not yet.
I take them up on the way by in the morning. So they're kind of still barely taped. Good point.
I don't know how we survived that downpour, but that was pretty insane. I had to cover up my electric. Here, I'll take a picture. I'll put it up later. But I had to cover everything up.
Three-name sign later.
We got the up covered. Up covered.
Should have video of something. I didn't have video. Or I would have made an impression.
I got some video of the
Well, you'll have it on the replay.
and there's a big pool of water here that showed the camera. But
Ooh.
it's a big one. I'll have to empty that out. All right, so I'm completely soaked. I have a feeling it's going to rain more today, Jim. It says here there's going to rain more. So I'm thinking if we have a lull, Yeah, because it says rain 1 o'clock. It's going to rain again, 80%. 1 o'clock,
Okay, that's half the equation. What the hell time is it now?
12:17. So we did an hour. We
Yeah,
protested.
if they're right, and we know how right they've been today so far. It's a dartboard. It's a weather dartboard.
I just know I see a lull.
Weatherboard darts.
There's a lull.
Yeah. Oh, look, it came out with they're screwed. I left my rain shit home. There was no.
I have a poncho. That's a poncho. That's
No, that's cool. Well, I got a poncho. It's called the 30-gallon garbage bag.
I have a real poncho.
It's a real garbage bag. Listen, this used to be Cheryl and my luggage, and we were in the Crown Plaza, and I got a picture of the guy that has the big gilded thing that you carry luggage on. You know, we just got Cheryl situated, and Chuck Thomas was taking what they do is they hand you the last bag or whatever. You know, they put stuff where it belongs. They leave one in there. They walk back to the door. They pick it up, hand it to you. You take it and shake their hand and give them a tip or whatever. I've seen it in the movies and I watched it play out, except for the fact he was handing him a 30 milliliter garbage bag because that was our luggage. Bag de garbage. You know, top of the line. 3 milliliters, man. You can't get through it. So anyway, here I am wearing one. Lost a trifle on the way, but it's better anyway. Why it's not it's my wife not slowing down.
There we go. That's good.
Celebrate. That was wild. I gotta say, that one lightning thing, I think what bothers me is it didn't bother me. It's almost like fun, you know, like an amusement ride. It's water. But we are under, I got to step back and get a picture of the tree actually. 'Cause
We're safe under.
I mean, if I were a bolt of lightning in Trenton, you know,
Be where
and-
you want.
yeah, if I was going to pass on the gold dome, you know, this would be next choice. That's kind of like a lightning rod up there, though, you would think, right?
Something got hit with lightning today.
Yeah.
Wasn't us.
Well, while you
Yeah.
do that, you know, I don't normally bring a roll of paper towels.
No, I'm amazed. Thank you.
Yeah. I know. And I didn't lose anything. I'm gonna get that picture. Well, because this way you'll be in the picture, dude. Crazy town.
Okay. Yeah, we're safe. We look safe under there.
Should hold this right up in front of the camera. You can't believe it. Yeah, I tell you, that's a nice picture of how little we are under this lightning rod. I'm gonna share that to my Facebook.
We need a light on happening C so we fucking feel state dropped in the streets. Jerry, get Bongolio a light. Yeah! Yeah, sure. Light for the bong. Big, big 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 bong. Yo, Jerry, really blow. Beans, can't buy potatoes, can't buy greens, can't buy tomatoes. A step is a wall. Step is a wall. Can't buy lambs, can't buy hogs, can't buy rams, can't buy dogs. A step is a wall.
Starts wrapping up.
Can't buy chicken, can't buy circle, can't buy whiskey, can't buy farts. A step is a wall. Can't buy filters, can't buy sweets, I can't buy chips on my energy drinks. A step is a wall. Let's not to go. Yo, we'll get access really blows. Hey. That ugly stuff has got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go.
Friend, take a look. On the shot there.
You remind me of I'm not sure.
Buy yogurt, can't buy smokes, can't buy mustard, can't buy.
It's
But you don't know.
no, it's a futuristic outfit that I think maybe why am I thinking Grace Slick? Not that you'd wear women's clothes, but it's a good look. It's actually a good look.
Stuff has got to go. Yo, wheelchair access really blows. Hey. That ugly stuff has got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go.
Go smoke some weed about it. Enjoy your day, everybody.
Remember back when, like 10 minutes ago, we realized we have a window? So now we celebrate. But wait.
I'm gonna pull the truck up and double park, I think, today.
Probably that's I'm gonna start speaking. I'm gonna start. I don't know if you know. That's
Well, I also smoke this joint first.
you got that. That one.
Boom.
Step is a wall. You know, and if you've never experienced it or been there when somebody experienced it, I mean, you know, it's actually kind of metaphorical because some steps are easier to get over if somebody's there, but you can't depend on it. Doesn't matter. It's that independence.
We have that sign today too. Here.
Look, there's a wall sign. It's here somewhere.
It's just somewhere.
Did it blow away?
Yeah.
Oh, it's right there.
What
have
is
a-
the time now anyway? I hate to cut it
I know that.
early. However, I would make it even worse if we saw, I would fool me once, okay. But fool me twice in the same day. Not so much.
So I'm gonna pull up the truck. As we end with the Honk for Home Grow song. Thanks, everybody. Oh, wait, we have to do the list. Let's go.
Little green routine.
Do the list. Yeah, the list.
Work before the check. Hump for hunger. Hump for patient first. We keep it simple. Let the good things work. Hump for hunger. Hump for hunger. Hump for patient first. Always comfort. Hump for hunger. Hump for hunger. The Kiva crops will breathe, then the whole block will see.
Yeah, it's not really a rain out. The baseball metaphor is after the fifth inning, the rain comes, you don't stop. It's complete. And we're like the
The building
seventh inning at least, maybe eighth.
quiet, the office door, no rush, no show, just slow.
Really hate for any of to get damaged by that. We were in the middle of wrapping up when that hit.
Occupation
Yeah.
first, from seat to shelter. That's what we said. Occupation first, always come first.
You get all the signs that we have survived. The only thing that didn't was the arrow that
You know,
in Tiffany's that connects. Governor Farrell, do you even know about this? The arrow that's to the problem. Well, the arrow is the only thing that didn't survive. Pointing out, the arrow is the only thing that didn't survive. You said the arrow, which is to say, we don't need an arrow to make that connection anymore. Ooh, little prophetic, portending. This is it. I can get the weather on the radar on my on here. I say that, but never really know. Weather channel, Trenton, hourly weather radar.
Okay, I got a bell.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you do have that advantage as far as I know. Okay, all day monthly today.
Okay, so I want to thank our friends of CMMMMMNJ, UFCW Local 152, Arlo Glass, OprahMachine.com, and SativaCross.org. You can go to SativaCross.org and donate. Tax deductible.
Yeah.
Our list begins. Cheryl. Sabina. Diane. Gracie. Cindy May. Marie. Jack. Joan, Randy, Holly, Bill,
Oh, okay.
Chad, Jeremy, Colette, Matt. Did I hit that? Troy, Russ. We're going to stop for a second on Roger.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Sometimes you just want to remember because it makes what we're doing now understandably more in focus.
Jay, Ella, Hattie, Jackie, Anthony, Jake, Armando, Felicia, Lynn, Dan, Sean, Joyce, Lori, Frank, Brian, Flo, Carl, Thorne, Frank, Lorraine, Terry, Charlotte, Cher, Jay Bird, Michael, Marley, Colette, Brendan, Red, Rico, Lulu, Becky, Lawanda, Chip, Paul, Lisa, Marcus, Gary, Julia, Wayne, Waxy, Joe Marie, Paul, Jeff, really?
No. Never gets old.
Well, they shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old.
Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn.
And at the going down of the sun,
And in the morning,
we will remember them.
we will remember.